What's good, my Meta Society? It is your host with the most, Shadow Look, back at you with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free. That is how you get my channel get in the algorithm. Highly appreciate if you go ahead and do that. Now, what I wanted to discuss was YouTube, right? The alternate reality of YouTube. This is something I learned a while back ago, and I was talking to the homie Hangout Rascal. For those who want, go subscribe to his channel. He drops good content. He reminded me of this, right? Which is, on YouTube, people's morals, judgments, standards, and all of that pretty much flies out the window. So on here, pretty much people, even though they display bad character, bad traits, aren't the best of people, people seem not to give a fuck, right? So people may want to, bring down channels or have an agenda, right, to expose people, but truly on YouTube nobody gives a flying fuck, right? You can point out that this individual is a rapist, a molester, a con artist, a douchebag, the worst piece of scum on this planet. People are still going to watch and support these individuals regardless of what people throw out there with whatever evidence. They're still going to have a fan base and a support group, because truly on here people just don't care. As long as it's irrelevant to what they have going on, or it's irrelevant or not related to anything, personally in their life, right? As long as the child that was molested, or as long as the, people that are being offended is nobody that they know, they can care less. Because truly that is how man works, right? As long as it's irrelevant to what, they have going on, they truly don't care. It's unethical. It's against, actual real morals. But since on here people don't have any faces to their names, they're able to feel comfortable, getting away with it, right? Pretty much, right? As long as people don't know that it's actually them that are supporting these individuals, they'll continue doing what they do, right? Showing that they really truly don't have any morals, right? Because if they're willing to do it in secrecy, then those morals don't mean jank shit. You know what I mean? Because it's true. If you're doing something in secrecy, then you truly, the morals that you live by don't really count. You're just putting up a facade. Because as long as you're able to remain in secrecy, people do it and are willing to tolerate it. So truly, the morals don't mean nothing, right? And that's just the reality of things, right? So that's when people be like, man, how could people still support individuals or still stand by them? But that's how it is on online and on the net. You know what I mean? And not only that, but people also have to keep in mind there's a lot of despicable people online as well, right? So liars will defend liars, pedophiles will stand up for pedophiles, and rapists will support rapists, and etc., right? So that's why people are still able to have a large, gathering fan base and people to defend their actions, because they themselves display the same actions or characteristics. So, and I know it's frustrating, to people who actually stand and live by morals, but on the net, that's just the way it is. So people, could try to, expose individuals or fight the good fight, but pretty much online is pretty much just useless. You know what I mean? And the real world, it's effective. It works, right? If there's like people that have scandals to them, then yes, exposing them does affect them and works in the real world, right? Because everybody lives in the real world, but online is a little bit different. So, these individuals are still willing to support, these individuals, because they're not front and center in the real world. And that's how these individuals are able to, get away with the things that they're able to get away with. Not only that, but, people manipulate stuff as well, manipulate numbers, buy subscribers, buy views. It's something that you're able to do on YouTube, quite easily. I have actually dropped a video talking about this and discussing this, right? There's different methods, and cheap too, you know what I mean? You could get thousands and thousands of fake subscribers for like $20, and thousands of views for like about, $9.99, like $10. And like that, like, and it works. I have showed videos of individuals, testing this and showing that it's the real deal. Here's a fun fact. Actually, when I dropped that video, a few of these channels that were small actually started to grow quite fast in a short amount of time. Like within a week, they gained hundreds and thousands of subscribers. Ain't that interesting, huh? Mm. Hey, but however, people have to. Some people, you gotta fake it to make it. Um, but so people also have to keep that in mind that you can keep fighting, but don't ever let it bother you, because you have to understand that online is just a different world, and people are just don't care. They really truly don't care. It's as scandalous as that may sound. You know what I mean? Like I said, a lot of people, as long as it's not affecting them in their real world or what they have going on, they're able to put up with individuals, displaying these scandalous as behaviors. But here's something that I always said: don't ever stress out if you see them, winning online, right? But because guarantee these individuals in the real world are miserable. They don't like their real lives, how they live in the real world. They're not respected. They can't truly be who they want to be, right? Because in the real world, it works a lot different, bro. You talk out of line, you disrespect, you do any of that, there's consequences to that. So these individuals can't behave how they truly want to behave. Online, they're able to run wild and run loose, but they hate how they are in the real world because they can't do or be how they want to be. That's why defending their online character is so important to them. This is all they have. This is who they are, where they interact, where they do them, where they're happy on being who they truly want to be, an individual with no morals. You know what I mean? It's quite sad if you really think about it. Quite sad existence, right? You know, um, and that works for different individuals in different genres, right? Um, you know, Individuals want to be respected and seen tough as gangster because they know in the real world they're a joke, right? So on here, they're at least able to play their fantasies out, and that's just real talk. So don't ever let it get to you, and don't ever let it bother you. Don't really waste so much energy on it either, because, like I said, it's just you know online it just works different. But that's just my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Leave it in the comments. Shadow we up.